100% disabled veterans are walking away from thousands in Medicare benefits they already paid for. My friend Rick, we've known each other for over 20 years. He's a 100% disabled Vietnam veteran, and his VA doctor told him to skip Medicare, but Rick knew to call me first. He knows I specialize in veteran Medicare benefits. That call saved him $150 every month for life, plus penalties and extra benefits the VA doesn't provide, even though he's 100% disabled. Here's what nobody at the VA explains. The average veteran making $50,000 a year paid $58,000 into Medicare through FICA. If you made more, you paid significantly more. Without Medicare Part B, you can't get Medicare Advantage. Without Medicare Advantage, you lose up to $185 monthly in refunds, and that $185 is growing as premiums increase. That's $2,220 a year over 20 years, $44,400. Rick knows his 100% rating can be reviewed and reduced tomorrow. Budget cuts, policy changes, reevaluation. Without Medicare backup, he'd face 10% penalties per year forever. I'm Chris Duncan, certified Medicare insurance planner and retirement income certified professional. With nearly 20 years of Medicare experience, my team and I specialize exclusively in helping veterans navigate these complex benefits. I wrote Medicare for Veterans because disabled veterans deserve accurate information. You can read it at freevetsbook.com or grab a copy on Amazon through that same link. My dad, Wallace, he gets $175 back every month. Rick gets $150, and our average clients, they get $110 every month. And Medicare rules enable us to provide all of our services 100% at no cost to veterans. But here's where it gets crazy. The VA actually agrees with me. The VA's website says we recommend you enroll in Medicare. Same website says VA healthcare funding could change in the future. The VA is being honest. They want you protected. But some VA doctors, they don't know Medicare rules. They mean well, but this isn't their specialty. The website says get it. Some doctors, they say skip it. And Rick knew better than to just accept that advice. After 20 years of friendship, he knows what I do. He called me for the real story about Medicare and VA benefits, and it's a smart move. You wouldn't ask your Medicare agent to perform surgery, and doctors aren't trained in Medicare's complex rules. We each have our own lane. One of our 100% disabled clients went to the emergency room, didn't tell them about his VA benefits initially, didn't know that he needed to. By the time the hospital found out, it was past the 72-hour VA notification window. VA wouldn't cover it because rules are rules. The bill, $15,000. But his Medicare Advantage plan covered the entire ER visit. His cost, a $100 copay. Without Medicare Advantage, $15,000 out of his pocket. With it, only $100. Now he feels calm knowing he has emergency coverage everywhere. As my dad Wallace says, the VA is great, but it ain't perfect. But wait until you hear what Rick actually pays for all of this protection. Here's Rick's actual Medicare math and why every 100% disabled veteran needs to see this. Part B premium, $185 monthly. Medicare Advantage refund, $150 monthly. The actual cost, just $35. For $35, Rick gets emergency room coverage in every hospital in the United States. Second opinions outside of the VA if he feels that he needs them. Extra dental cleanings beyond the VA dental that he gets because he's 100% disabled. He gets extra vision coverage, hearing aids, gym membership, over-the-counter pharmacy benefits as well. He uses his MA dental at least twice a year for extra cleanings. The VA dental still covers him, but now he has two options that work great together. Faster appointments, more flexibility, zero conflict. If you want to see the exact forms that unlock these refunds, watch my video, Why VA Won't Tell Veterans About These 3 Medicare Forms. I'll put a card right up here in the right-hand corner, and that video will show you step by step how to get refunds like Rick's $150. But here's what veterans don't understand about keeping the VA. Nothing changes at the VA. Zero, zilch, nada. Rick keeps his VA doctors, his prescriptions, his 100% rating, his priority group, everything. Medicare Advantage just gives him extra options. You're not replacing anything. You're adding protection you already paid for. Now let me tell you what happened when my own dad needed a procedure. My dad, Wallace, needed a medical procedure. The VA said no, it wasn't medically necessary. My dad, he didn't argue, he didn't appeal, didn't wait 6 months for reviews. He went to his Medicare Advantage doctor instead. Approved immediately, done in 2 weeks. The VA appeal would have taken at least 6 months, maybe longer. Dad got the care that he needed in just 2 weeks. My dad is 81 years old, and that kind of stress, waiting, wondering, fighting for approval, it's harder to manage as you get older, and it's completely unnecessary when you have options. That's the difference between having Medicare Advantage and just being stuck with VA healthcare. But wait, it's gonna get worse if you don't have Medicare. The VA can reduce your 100% rating tomorrow, and here's proof. The VA's own website says we may increase or decrease your compensation amount in certain situations. We've worked with veterans whose ratings were reduced. Without Medicare, they face lifetime penalties. Skip Medicare for 5 years, 50% penalty forever. Your Part B goes from $185 to $277 every month until you die. And here's what makes it worse. Medicare Part B premium increases, they average about 4 to 6% every year. As premiums go up, so do your penalties, even after you've already signed up. That's $277, it can become $290, then $305 and more. The penalty percentage stays, but the dollar amount keeps growing. Now let me tell you about the money they already have taken from you. You probably worked 40 years or more. Every paycheck, they took FICA. Just a reminder of what FICA is, it funded Social Security and Medicare. The average veteran making $50,000 a year paid about $58,000 into Medicare through FICA. If you made more, you paid significantly more. That money has been sitting there for decades waiting. The government has been holding your money. Medicare Advantage plans exist because you have already earned this benefit through decades of FICA contributions. That's one of the reasons why the Medicare Advantage costs $0 now. You earned it through your payroll taxes. Skip Medicare, you're walking away from $58,000 that you've already spent. And here's what 100% disabled veterans always tell me. When I tell 100% disabled veterans about these refunds, they all say the same thing. I don't need Medicare, and it's not about need. There isn't a single person required by law to take Medicare, whether they're a veteran or not. But if you don't get it when Uncle Sam says that you're supposed to, there are serious consequences, penalties, and they last forever. So why is the VA keeping this $150 monthly secret from you? Why won't the VA tell you about this $150 monthly secret? 3 reasons. First, VA doctors are trained in medicine, not Medicare. They genuinely don't know about Medicare Part B premium refunds. Second, the VA sees Medicare as backup for emergencies, not as a source of refunds. They tell you to get it for protection, not to make money. Third, no one at the VA tracks Medicare Advantage refunds. It's completely outside of their system. They don't even know what plans offer what refunds in your county. The secret isn't hidden on purpose. It's hidden just because of ignorance. That's why Rick's doctor told him to skip Medicare. The doctor didn't know Rick would lose $150 every month in a refund. But the good thing is Rick knew to call me after 20 years of friendship. But imagine what life is like when you have both coverages. Imagine aging knowing you have great coverage at the VA and great coverage outside of the VA. If VA funding gets cut, you're covered. If VA has long wait times, you have options. If you're traveling, every hospital takes Medicare Advantage for emergencies. Some plans, they even offer worldwide emergency coverage. Thousands of our clients sleep better knowing they have coverage everywhere. No more worrying about what happens if the VA can't help. No panic about emergency room bills, just peace of mind. And for $35 a month in Rick's case, $10 a month for my dad, and if you have TRICARE for life on top of being 100% disabled, you're leaving even more money on the table. Watch my video, Why Veterans with TRICARE Love This $110 Medicare Strategy. There's a card right here in the top right-hand corner. You could be getting everything for free while collecting refunds. But here's the scary math that nobody talks about. The average person on Social Security gets about $2,000 every month. 50% Part B penalty means $92 extra every month. That's nearly 5% of their entire Social Security benefit. It's gone forever. All because someone at the VA said, you don't need Medicare. Let me tell you about the veterans who weren't as smart as my friend Rick or my dad. We have clients that listened to someone at the VA who wasn't an expert or their VA doctor, and they just skipped Medicare. When their ratings got reduced, they tried to get Medicare. 50% penalty, 70% penalty, some paying double. They can't afford it now. Stuck without options. One veteran told me, I wish someone had explained this to me when I turned 65. And that's why I'm explaining it to you now. And that's why I wrote Medicare for Veterans, because every disabled veteran deserves to understand these rules before it's too late. The VA website says they recommend Medicare. Why ignore their own recommendation? The clock is ticking right now on your Medicare decision. You have exactly 7 months around your 65th birthday to enroll without penalties. If you miss that window, 10% penalty per year, forever, and it compounds annually. The average 100% disabled veteran who waits until age 70 loses $10,500 in refunds they could have collected, pays $2,775 more in penalties. Total cost of waiting, $13,275. My dad has something to say about leaving money on the table. My dad, Wallace, is 81. Vietnam-era veteran, gets $175 back every month. He tells me, son, I earned this money working all of those years. Why would I leave it on the table? As he likes to say while having an ice cream at the casino, the government's paying me back for my own money, finally. I showed you the exact proof of Dad's $175 refund in my video, Why VA Won't Tell Veterans About $175 Medicare Refunds. Click the card to see this actual Medicare.gov account from screenshots that I provided. And Rick, let me show you what he gets for just $35 a month. Rick pays $35 monthly for Medicare after his refund. Gets way more than $35 in value. Extra dental cleanings alone save him hundreds. The gym membership saves him hundreds. The peace of mind, now that part is priceless. All because he got what he already paid for. One phone call changed everything. Now it's your decision, and it's time for you. You have two choices. Choice one, skip Medicare, like some VA doctors suggest that are not experts at this. You risk emergency bills, accept lifetime penalties, and you leave your $58,000 investment on the table. Choice two, be smart like Rick and my thousands of clients. Get what you earned through $58,000 in FICA contributions. Collect up to $185 monthly. Keep all your VA benefits. Sleep better knowing you're protected everywhere. Rick knew to call me because of our 20-year friendship. He knew my expertise could save him thousands. My team works exclusively with veterans with and without disability. We understand how Medicare works with VA benefits. We know which plans offer the best refunds in your specific county. Your refund is waiting right now while you're watching this. That $150 monthly refund is sitting there unclaimed. You can contact us at 888-960-VETS. That's 888-960-8387. And Medicare rules make it so all of our services are completely free to veterans. You pay nothing for specialists who actually understand your benefits. Don't wait for a $15,000 emergency to teach you this lesson. And before you go, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our next video about how Medicare steals your 2026 COLA increase. And YouTube right now is putting 2 videos on your screen that show exactly what you need to know next. Click on either one. I handpicked them based on what will help you the most. See you in the next video, and remember, we speak veteran.